here is my other crochet project whip bag that I have that I need to empty and either frog or finish. I'll insert any patterns that I've purchased and used for any of the projects I've done. I'll try to insert here. Moving on, this is a bralette with ruffled edges, as you can see. It's really cute, but I'm pretty sure I started this in 2020 or 2021, somewhere in those 2 years, maybe even 2022. It would have been so cute on, and I think that it's such a cute pattern. My issue with this design is, as you can see, I stopped here, and the reason for that is because I was going back and forth on frogging the bottom ruffles here and making them longer, because originally my ideal was to make like a really thick ruffle band and then do like a corset back. But then I realized with a ruffle band and a corset back, I don't know if that would work, because I feel like the corset might pull the ruffles back pretty taut and like remove the purpose of the cute ruffle. I definitely want to finish this one, so I don't think I'll frog it. I would like to come back at some point and redo the ruffle edging, so this is definitely a finish. And so I really need to decide another solution for the ruffle part of this, because I really like this and I would love to wear it. Another family gift for my in-laws. So this was for another cousin of my husband's, and his new, I think they just got married, and so that's why I made them couple bags, because I thought it would be really cute. Let me get the other one out. So I made these couple bags for my cousin's husband and his wife, and I got pretty close to finishing this one. As you can see, all I needed to do was the strap, and then I've had issues with this like zipper. It's like wavy and it's not sitting right, and I think the issue is because I lined them with this fleece. When I made these before, I made them for my sister and my niece, and I did like a mommy and me version where I basically did like just a slightly smaller version for my niece, and they turned out really cute. And the inside I did like a stiffer cotton, and I took the time to hand sew it. With this one, I was trying to get it done ASAP because my in-laws were coming, and I was hoping that I could just send all of these with them to give to the family as gift, but that didn't work out because then I ended up having a C-section, and I thought I had more time to spend I just didn't have time. And so they've sat in my whip bag for quite some time. Ideally, I think what I'm going to do is remove the fleece, maybe get a different fabric liner, and then just take more time to make it beautiful. So this is the bag. It is like a chest bag, so it'll sit like this. So here's the front of the wife's bag and the back, and then here's the back of this one. So as you can see, that is what they look like, little couples bags. I think that's cute because I know in China the couples outfits are really common. These will definitely be a finish. I just need the time to execute it, but this is definitely finish. This was next up. This was supposed to be like a really chunky, extremely long scarf. I tied it here so that it was just easier to work up, because when I would like crochet it would like pull and roll away and just became like an annoying mess. Let me get back into it. This was supposed to be a scarf, and I love a chunky, thick scarf. Like, I'm gonna insert some info here. And so for a while I put it off because I was like, is it too wide? But that was like the purpose. I wanted a really wide, really long, chunky scarf, and mostly I just put it off because it was so time consuming, and I really need to get back into it. I have to find a screenshot of what hook I use for this because I can't remember what size hook. And then, as you remember, I ended up using the same exact yarn combo for my bucket hat pattern, and so I ended up cutting it off, tying off the ends, and then just kind of setting it aside. I'd love to finish by at least next winter, but it's definitely something I do not want to frog, so this will be a finish. Next up, I have this gorgeous girl that I need to finish. This I started, I want to say, in January or February of last year, which was a really tough time for me because it's really when my postpartum depression started. My mental health was really getting ran through the mud, so it's just never something that I had time to finish. Basically, I needed to block it, and I never did that, and then I just kind of set it aside. I was like, I'll block it at some point in my life. I would love to have this be a pattern that I finish by this Valentine's Day. Anyways, this was a tote bag that I will definitely be finishing, and it was inspired by the famous Barnes & Noble book lover tote bag. I actually started off with the front panel. This was my first ever pixel grid crochet, I think is what it's called, and I'd never done anything like this before, and so I did not know you are supposed to weave in your ends. Your girl made a mess back here, and at first I was cutting them and then I was just letting them go. Your girl has learned her lesson. So this is the front of the bag, and right now it looks really messy, but like I made these little ruffles and I think they're so cute, and it's supposed to look like the Barnes & Noble one, but it just kind of looks messy right now because I haven't weaved in any of the ends and it hasn't been blocked or pressed flat yet. But let me know, would you purchase this pattern and make it yourself? Because your girl needs a boost of confidence. Anyways, that's the front panel for the tote bag. This was the back panel. Again, did not weave in my ends. But the reason I did not match the front and back panel was going through the front panel and I was like, I'm not doing this again. It's so repetitive. And so I was like, what other design can I do? And I thought this was such a cute design. I might do like a crochet text and like black lettering on it or something. I think that would be really cute if I have the time. Here are the two side panels for the tote bag. It's going to be a very big library tote bag. And then this is the bottom panel. Basically, I think I just have to do the handles real quick. And by real quick, I mean, who knows how long it'll actually take me. Oh, nope, I have 3 more projects left.
Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
This is kind of just my when I have time and we're in the playroom project, because I leave it in the playroom, and then whenever my daughter's playing independently, not super often, I'll just sit on the sidelines and kind of work on this. But this is a car seat poncho in the granny square stitch, and it works up really quickly because it's really thick Bernat baby blanket yarn. It's so cute. I still have quite a ways to go on it, but I'm not in any like super rush to get it done. It's just kind of on my sidelines. A little backstory: I started that project because I had made a whole other car seat poncho cover thing, and it took so much time because I used the wrong yarn for the project. I used Caron Simply Soft. By the end of the actual like pattern that I was using for that project, I still needed to add like 20 to 30 rows to make it like long enough to actually cover my daughter in the car. And then I was like, how can I make this even harder? Because I mean, I really should have just gone to the store, bought the 2 pieces of fleece and tied them together like every other normal person did. But my little brain wanted to make it harder by crocheting it and then make it even harder by adding a fleece backing. And I'm going to insert the photo here of where it went wrong. But when you fold the crochet project in half and lay it on top of the fleece to cut out, it was not a perfect half circle. And so I didn't cut out the fleece sizing correctly. And so it's bunching up the crochet and shortening it. And basically all the work I did to lengthen it is just erased. And so I'm thinking I might remove the fleece lining inside of it, because honestly it's probably too much. It doesn't need to be that warm. That is another project. I don't have it on me now, but that's why I started this crochet poncho, because I was just so fed up with that one, and I was hoping that one could be the car seat poncho, and then this one here could be the stroller poncho. Yeah, I have 2 ponchos. That's the point of that story. So this was another project for my husband's family as a thank you. So backstory on this project: my husband's cousin, he only has one girl cousin, and she had a dog that she lost, or the dog passed away at some point during my pregnancy, and I wanted to make this as sort of a remembrance, I'm sorry type of just gift. But basically I made a bunch of dog paw granny squares, and then I also made some heart ones. And I honestly have this issue where I'll start a project and not be super happy with the color scheme, and then feeling really self-conscious just about the project turnout. And so I'll set it aside and be like, I'm not really happy with it right now. The purpose of all of these squares though is that they were gonna be a backpack, like a drawstring backpack. This is definitely going to be a finish. I'm pretty sure I did the math correctly when I was pregnant and like found some other inspiration photos and kind of just counted the squares in those photos and was like, I think I have enough. So I'm hoping I do because I really don't want to make any more. But that I think is it. I am really hoping I can start making some more crochet related fiber art content. That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you want to see from me in the future, just let me know down in the comments. I'm so thankful that you're here. You can find me on my other socials over at bookshookslooks, and the link to my link tree is in my YouTube description. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Oh my.